What's good, all my stock market homies? In today's video, we're going to be breaking down 3 stocks that I think have the potential to double in the next few weeks, in the next few months. The stock market is still a war zone. It's a battlefield. We are seeing nuclear explosions happen every day. A ton of growth stocks are still selling off. They're crashing. However, the overall stock market has seemed to kind of balance out, and it's actually looking like we may break out and retest all-time highs in the S&P 500. The Federal Reserve just came out and said that they expect millions of jobs to get filled during the summer months. They expect rehiring to happen. And if that does indeed happen, this could be a huge tailwind, a big benefit for the overall stock market. If unemployment levels continue to shrink, we could see the overall market make new all-time highs. In the last video, we broke down CSCW, Color Star Technologies, and since we talked about it, the stock has ran up more than 70%. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down 3 more high upside potential stocks. Let's break them down. Let's get it. Things have been shaky in the overall market over the last couple of weeks. However, look at this unemployment rate chart we have on the screen. This chart here on the left side of the screen tracks the overall unemployment rate. And we had the huge spike up with the Tyrannosaurus Rex and then a massive drop. And we continue to slowly and steadily grind back lower in the unemployment rate. Now, this 4% level before the Tyrannosaurus Rex, that was said to be one of the lowest unemployment rates of all time. If you remember, everybody was touting the economy, saying how good it was. So if we can get unemployment rates back down under 5%, close to those pre-Rona 4% levels, then the economy is so-called at full employment and the economy's thriving. I think we could see all-time highs in the overall market, and if that does happen, that will give a boost to these stocks that we're going to be talking about today. The first stock I want to break down is TLRY, TLRY, an MJ company, and we all know that Biden's administration is going to be more favorable to MJ. They really haven't got a chance to get around to it, but I expect this to be a big focus of his first term. Senator Chuck Schumer has also said that he's looking to federally legalize MJ in this new administration, and they're going to be looking for tax dollars from somewhere. All this stimulus that's gone out over the last few months is not free. Eventually, it's going to have to get paid back, and there's no better way to do it than legalizing MJ federally. TLRY is the biggest revenue producer in the MJ sector right now with almost $900 million in annual revenue. We are talking about the biggest producing company in the entire sector globally with TLRY. So if the sector starts to pop, as I think it will, I think TLRY stands to benefit. If we take a look at the chart, we can see that we're coming back into support. This huge run-up was caused by hype in the overall sector. We then faded back down, as that usually does happen when hype and FOMO is involved. You get the big run-up, and then you get the crash back down. We're coming into support here at 1950, and that's where I'm going to be looking to buy in front of that 1950 support. If we can just hang out in front of that support area until some news comes into the sector or some good news, stock-specific news comes into TLRY, I think that'll send us higher, and this is a $40 stock within the next few months. The second stock I want to break down is RIOT. This is RIOT Blockchain, a Bitcoin mining company. We all saw the initial hype, the initial run-up when Bitcoin was running all of 2020. RIOT Blockchain, Mara, SOS, all 3 of those Bitcoin mining companies ran with the underlying Bitcoin. However, we have seen the mining companies kind of cool off, even though Bitcoin has broken out and made new all-time highs. I look at this as a buying opportunity. I have seen data show that it only cost RIOT Blockchain $6,000 to $7,000 to mine 1 Bitcoin, and they're continuously adding more miners to their operation, which could help Riot become more efficient, help get that bottom line down, and help them to become more profitable and bring in more revenue. So a Bitcoin mining company, if you're not familiar, it's very similar to a gold mining company on the way revenues work, costs work, and profit works, right? You have a fixed cost. It may cost you $1,000 per ounce to get gold out of the ground. But if gold's selling for $2,000 an ounce, your profit is that $1,000. Now with Riot, if they're mining Bitcoin for an average cost of $6,000, Bitcoin's trading at $60,000, that leaves them $54,000 of profit for each Bitcoin they mine. So their margins are huge right now. And I'm fully aware that it's going to become harder and harder to mine Bitcoin as time goes on. I'm aware of that. And the Bitcoin mining bears, the shorts, they say, oh, I could just go buy a bunch of Bitcoin miners and emulate this company and just replicate this company with a few $1,000,000. And that may be true, but first of all, it's almost impossible to buy Bitcoin mining machines right now. And second of all, that goes for any company. Yeah, you could go do the same thing that Google does too if you have a couple billion and a bunch of computer programmers. Good luck doing that. And I think Riot, these Bitcoin mining companies, are undervalued compared to Bitcoin right now. Previously, back here in the $80 area, I said that I'd rather just buy Bitcoin. But since we've pulled back so much down to $50 and we're still on this uptrend, I think this is a really nice swing trade where you can look for this $40 area to act as support, and for Riot to head back up towards $65 or $70 per share. This also worked with Mara as well. The third and final stock that I want to talk about is Peloton. And this is not a stock that I want to buy. I do not want to buy Peloton. This is more of a PSA, a warning, or a short-sided trade. Maybe buy some put options on Peloton. I think Peloton is overvalued. I don't want to buy it. I want to short it and make money as it crashes because I do believe Peloton will crash. Here's my reasoning. People like to go to the gym. People like to work out. People don't like being stuck at home for hours and hours and hours with nothing to do. And that was exactly what was happening during the lockdown, during the quarantine. So people went out and bought Peloton's equipment. They also purchased the exercise subscription that went with it, and this artificially inflated Peloton's revenue numbers, their subscriber numbers, and it made the company look like it was growing much faster than it really is. Because once we are free to go about our normal lives, free to go back to the gym, people are going to be canceling their Peloton subscriptions left and right. You're going to see a secondary market for these Peloton bikes open up where they're selling for the low. There are going to be some really good deals on used Peloton bikes because people aren't going to want to use them anymore now that they can go outside, they can go back to the gym, and they're going to be canceling their monthly subscription with Peloton. This next earnings report from Peloton may look decent because people are in some states, in some areas of the world, are still locked down. But as we start to get back to normal life, Peloton's numbers will deteriorate back to where it came from. Now, I think this is a $70, $80 stock today, and a couple years from now will be a $60 or $50 stock. That's a lot of downside. We can maximize our profits by getting some put options and looking for this thing to roll back over within the next couple months down to $70 per share. An update on the CSCW Color Star. We mentioned this in the last video. I didn't end up buying it. I don't hold any right now, but it is coming back down towards support at $1.60, $1.70 area. There is support down there, and I don't hate that for a swing trade. Looking forward to round back out, but I haven't yet to buy it. And if I do buy it, I will make that alert in the private Discord chat. You can join up if you want to come trade with me, get my buy and sell orders in real time by clicking the first link in the description. Also, if you want to get $30 free from N1 Finance, it's a really good long-term broker. The link will be in the description for that as well. That's going to wrap up the video, guys. I love every single one of you guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, peace.